Hello all. So in the last shot I have explained you about what is the necessity for control and coordination, and in our body or in any of the animals there are two systems which will establish control and coordination. So what are those two systems? One is the nervous system and the other one is the endocrine system. So today let us learn about the structural and functional unit of the nervous system. So nervous system, basically we know that it consists of organs, brain and also spinal cord, and it is also containing the nerves in it. But the main structural and functional unit which is essential for the function of all these organs in the nervous system is neuron. So the structural and functional unit of nervous system is neuron, or it is called the nerve cell, What is the function of this neuron or nerve cell is it helps in receiving and transmitting the impulses to the brain from the effector. Whatever is the structure which is receiving the stimulus, from there the impulses will be carried to the brain for a response. So that is the function of the neuron. And we know that nerve cell is the longest cell in our body. It can be up to 1 meter long, and these are the cells which will not have the power of regeneration. That is, if any damage occurs to the nerves, which consists of the nerve cells, they cannot be regenerated. So that is the fact what we have to remember. Coming to the structure of the neuron, so neuron structure is star shaped like this. So it will consist of structures called dendrites, cyton. The central structure is the nucleus. The red colored dots you are seeing are the Nissl granules, and then this long structure is the axon or the nerve fiber. On that you can see some red lines to be drawn. These are nothing but it is a myelin sheath, and then we have the nerve terminals which are also called the synaptic knobs or synaptic buttons. So coming to the function of all these, dendrites are the extensions which will be present towards the corner of the nerve cell, and these they help in transmitting the signals from one nerve cell to another nerve cell. Coming to cyton is nothing but it is the cytoplasm of the nerve cell which will lodge all the organelles of the cell. It consists of nucleus in the center which will control the activities of the neuron. Then you have the Nissl granules. The red color dots are all the Nissl granules. So Nissl granules are nothing but they are ribosomes which will help in protein synthesis. And then we have this long structure which is called the axon or nerve fiber. So the function of axon or nerve fiber is to carry the impulse. It will carry the impulse. When the impulse is taken up by dendrite from here, from there the impulse will be transmitted to the cyton, and then it will be carried through the axon to the nerve terminals. From there it will be transmitted to another nerve cell. So axon helps in carrying the nerve impulse to another nerve cell. So it is also called the nerve fiber. It may be covered in many of the cases with what is called myelin sheath. What is this myelin sheath? Myelin sheath is nothing but it is the plasma membrane of the cells called the Schwann cells. In some of the neurons you find the cells called Schwann cells attached to the axons. So these Schwann cells, the plasma lemma or the plasma membrane of these would form what is called the myelin sheath. So those neurons which has got myelin sheath, they are called as the myelinated neurons. What they are called? They are called the myelinated neurons. So myelinated neurons basically help in quick transmission of impulses compared to the non-myelinated neurons. And then so we have the nerve terminals or synaptic knobs. They generate what are called as neurotransmitters. What they will produce? They produce neurotransmitters upon receiving the signals. So, and these neurotransmitters are some chemicals that will be transmitted to the next neuron so that the signal will be carried to the brain. So like this, neuron is the structural and functional unit of nervous system, and it plays a very important role in conduction of impulses. And this is very, very important from examination point of view. Usually they'll be asking the diagram or the description. So once you know the diagram, you can give the description very easily. So diagram can be drawn very easily with simple U-shaped structures. So you will draw 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 together like that, 5 U's, and put a nucleus there, and you can give the extensions and all. So it is quite simple like that. It is very, very easy. and you can give the labeling there, and for which you can give the explanation, which will be sufficient for 2 marks, or even a 4-mark answer can be written from this. And so the nerve cell, one nerve cell is connected to another nerve cell, and the point of contact between two nerve cells is what is called as synapse. So the dendrites of another nerve cell is here. So the point of contact that is there, this point of contact between two nerve cells is what is called as the synapse. It is called as a synapse because the nerve terminals are helping in establishing the contact, or the synapse. They are called the synaptic knobs. Hope you followed. We will be going on with this lesson, which is a little bit difficult to remember, but I'll make it easy for you to understand and remember too. Thank you.